The bell is tolling. I'm Jonathan Coachman. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we're going to look at Le'Veon Bell, fresh off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets. With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium, as we'll hand it over to the two men that'll call the action, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Hard throw, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. The 40. And all the way down to the 26.
Let's go. Let's do this.
A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the red zone now, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
Open man is QT, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here are the starters defensively for the Jets. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Got an open man. It's QT. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Running on first down, Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Eckler. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Watson now to throw, and that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On second down, it's Bell. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Fielded just inside the 20. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's third down. From the gun on third, Watson. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
On second down now, it's Bell, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
Receiver downfield, offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 52.
After the penalty, it's Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
I got him. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. From a yard out, and the Jets have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Mike 57. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On the ground, it's Eckler. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Miller. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Bell. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. 1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away. Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. He'll drop to throw. And an alley to run.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught. The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Watson looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Again, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench, but this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it with Bell, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now back to throw. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out comes Houston. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Runs over him. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll set up to throw. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, baby, yeah. 41's coming. 41's the mic. You.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. A screen to Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Let's go.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is Miller. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
They'll run here with Eckler. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because You've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, I wonder if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
And New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9, eluding the pressure right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. On second down now, Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Bell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. 2nd and 5. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
We play to win. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, check.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. He'll get this to Eckler. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Here's Watson. Dixon, complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson looking middle, and it's incomplete. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Watson looks to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Wesco. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they've got to go thank the guys on D.
Second down and inches. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. He'll drop to throw. This one caught by Crowder. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Now after the false start, here's second and 7. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He'll run it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Check 41. Rip left. Now.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Watson completes it to Dixon. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Again, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a chance there goes by the wayside. That one just didn't have enough leg to get there.
Yeah, and it would have given them a lead here in the 4th quarter. And those are the ones that keep you up at night when you don't have enough distance. I wonder if maybe did his foot hit the ground first? Did he not get enough of the ball? He's going to be thinking about that one.
Now Bell stopped up behind the line as he's going to wind up losing a couple here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Fighting down past the 45. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. That'll make it 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 41
Mike. 41 Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A quick throw, but incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Caught here by Bell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. On first down, Watson. And his throw is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
That'll go as a loss of 5. After the penalty, it's Miller. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here is Eckler. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Texans have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Jets now down 16-13, a little over a minute and a half remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. He's back to throw. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Space to maneuver at the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Back to throw.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. They'll look to throw. Going for it all. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He's going to take off with it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. 2nd and 5. Rolling to his right. He'll try and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.